I'm going to show you the best classes in Dead Rails. So we're going to go through each one of these. I'm going to tell you what's good and bad about all of them. So Musician is only good if you're playing with friends, and even then, it's not very good. If you're playing on Nightmare difficulty with your friends, it can help you get out of the early game. But once you get to like the second or third town, by that point, you guys should all have a bunch of bandages and snake oil, which makes the Musician kind of useless. Then there's the Miner. This one's overrated. So it's decently good for the first like 10,000 meters. After that, it's really bad. The only thing it's good for is you can crack open rocks fast, and you start with 2 coal. But the thing is, the shovel also breaks the rocks. It just takes longer, so it's kind of a useless class. It's really a noob bait. And then Doctor, this one's actually really nice if you're playing with friends. This one's really fun when you're playing with randoms and you're really good at the game and you're just having fun protecting them, because then in the early game when nobody has bandages or anything yet, you start with bandages, but even if you run out, you can just keep on reviving people. And on normal difficulty, your health regenerates, and a scorched earth, so you can actually kind of revive infinitely, so that can really help your friends get through the first town or two. After that, you guys should theoretically have a bunch of bandages and stuff like that, but it's really nice for the early game, so it's actually a pretty good class. I'd put this in like top 5 for playing with friends. Then there's the Arsonist. So this one is actually pretty bad. So the fire damage is way better. You can group up zombies and kill them with Molotovs. The issue is, unless you're on a horse, you kind of can't group them up very well, because the faster zombies will just outrun you, and then you have to shoot them or beat them down with a shovel or a pickaxe or a hatchet or something. And then at that point, you're only going to clump up the slow ones, but the slow ones, you can just beat them down with a shovel. So it's really just like a weird class. It's like not actually that useful. It's like too much setup, and you have to kind of try to force it. So I'd honestly say Arsonist is pretty bad. Packmaster is actually super fun, okay? It's not that great, honestly, but it is super fun to use. I'd rate it like top 5 just because it's actually really fun. The main thing is, when you're going with the train, you stop every now and then, you see wolves, and you just go run over to them and let them attack you, and then put them in your bag, and then snap them onto the train until you have like 40 wolves, and it's fun. But the wolves are actually really weak, and if you try to use them, like say at the end, you need like 40 wolves to kill like 6 outlaws or something like that. Like, it's really bad, but it's super fun. So as far as usefulness, it's pretty bad. As far as fun, it's pretty fun, and it's also required to get the tamed wolf challenge, so it's kind of useful in a weird way. It's just not the best class. It's just fun. Then there's the Necromancer. So the Necromancer is actually surprisingly good, but it's good if you're like playing on a phone, because melee's better on a phone, and it's better if you're a little bit newer to the game, because then when you melee enemies, they'll reincarnate and help you out, at least in the area you're at. And then after that, it's like, I don't know, once you get past the early game, you have guns, and then it's like, why would you not just shoot them all down and kill all the enemies, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of a bait, but if you're, new, it helps you get through the early game, so it's decent. It's just decent. So the Werewolf, this one is kind of a mixed bag. It's like a really good class, but it's also a really bad class. I would say, overall, it's one of the best classes, because a lot of you are going to get killed at night. That's the #1 problem for a lot of you, especially if you're newer to the game. You're going to get yourself caught out at night, or you're going to run out of fuel at night, get swarmed by zombies. And if you have the Werewolf, you can just run faster than the zombies at night, and then not have to deal with them. So for that reason, I would say for new players, Werewolf is like ranked like probably #1. It's in top 3 at least. It just depends on which way you want to play. I'd say it's top 3. We're not going to give a #1. We're just going to say it's one of the best. So it's really noob friendly. Keeps you alive at night if you mess up. High Roller is honestly just stupid. It's not very good. It's only going to help in one scenario: what you sell at the first town. After that, you're just 10 times more likely to be struck by lightning, have your run end for no reason, and all you start with is shovel. So I would say High Roller might be the worst class in the game. It's one of the absolute worst. Cowboy's actually really good. I put this in top 5, maybe top 3, because you start with a horse, a revolver, and ammo. And you still have the shovel. So that's really nice. I would say Cowboy's probably top 3. It's up there with the Werewolf. It's super noob friendly. You start with a gun. You buy 2 coal and buy a little bit more ammo, and then you're just set. Like, you can just go to the first town, kill every single zombie, loot the bank, and you are off to a good start. And the horse will let you go and do all sorts of things that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So Cowboy, amazing. Conductor, this is, in my opinion, depending on what your goal is, Conductor is the best class in the game. Because if you play long enough, the biggest problem you're going to run into is how long it takes to do anything. You're like, oh, I want to beat the game. Even if I had cheats on and I had infinite fuel on the train, it still takes like 30 minutes to get to the end. But with Conductor, you cut that time down to like 20 minutes or 22 minutes or something. So it just helps you. You get further with the Colt. You start off with Colt, so you can just immediately buy a Navy revolver and 2 ammo, and then get going and make it to the first town, get your banknotes, get your gold, put some zombies in the fire, go to the next town, and then you're just set, and then the game's easy on any of the things. So it starts you off good, and it helps you speed run the game and make more money. It's top 3 class for sure. The Alamo, this one is it's just good. I put it in top 5. It's really good. It just helps you to fortify the train. It helps if, like, say you're playing with friends, if one of you guys is an Alamo, it just helps you to fortify the train, be a little bit tankier. That's really it. Just fortify the train and be tankier. It makes the early game a lot easier, and those metal sheets at the end when you're trying to lower the bridge can be very helpful, especially if you're doing a pacifist challenge. So top 5, not top 3, probably top, like number 4, number 5 or something probably. So the Vampire is, in my opinion, terrible. It has the vampire knife, which is super nice. The only issue is you can't do anything unless it's nighttime because you take damage in direct sunlight. So unless you got snake oils and bandages like crazy, it's just going to wear you down during the day. And it's just weird. Like, it is cool. Vampire knife makes you basically invincible in a one-on-one scenario, even against werewolves. But that direct sunlight thing is just so annoying. It's so awful. Where anything that you want to do, you can only do it at night, basically. The vampire knife life steals, though, so you can go to a town during the day and beat the heck out of the zombies and heal faster than the sunlight. It's just too much to think about. I'd say it's mid, okay? Like, it's honestly bad depending on how you play. It's good. It's mid or it's bad, but it's not good. In my take. That's my take. That, you know, whatever you think. Survivalist. This one, I don't know if it's bugged or not. When I did this, it made it so when I was at full health, my basic revolver would just one-shot headshot anybody. And so then you only do more damage than that as you lose health. So on nightmare mode, survivalist could be insane because you could try to purposefully be missing a little bit of health and then bring a gun up to a kill range at longer ranges and then be able to save ammo. But it's not that great because it's like, okay, it helps you for the first town or two. And then after that, you have a rifle with 400 ammo in it and you just kill everything if you know what you're doing. So it's like, if you're a noob, it can be nice. I put it like top 7 if you're a noob. But if you're really good, it kind of is pointless. And that's kind of my take on it. But it's not horrible. It's definitely mid to good, but not insane. Now, Milkman, I just think it's terrible. Like, I've never actually seen how powerful it makes me, but it's just so unnecessary to have that much extra effort in order to do anything. Like, I have to cover myself in milk. And after the initial bottle of milk, milk is pretty rare in this game. So you may only have the 1 bottle of milk the entire game. And what are you even doing? By the second town, you have a gun and you can just kill everything. So I don't see the point in it personally. I think it's probably, it's up there for worst class in the game, in my opinion, just because it's too much effort for just what? Like, what are you doing it for? So the zombie can eat dead bodies, replenish health, but can no longer be bandaged with snake oil and is less detected by enemies. I think it's one of the worst classes in the game. The standard way of playing, getting snake oils, getting bandages and stuff is just better. Yeah, and if you're in a pinch, you can't eat bodies while fighting things, really. I mean, you kind of can, but not really. So it's honestly just going to get you killed. And unless detected by enemies, that's not going to help you rob a bank. You still got to get right up next to them. It kind of could help you get in and out and only have to kill a few zombies or something in order to get a bank. But if you get in trouble, you're done. You can't heal. So that's an issue, especially late game. Early game might be all right, but once you know what you're doing and you have reactions to use your heals, especially snake oil, kind of stupid then. The priest. So this one, it starts with 2 holy waters and 2 crucifix. So priest is actually one of the best classes in the game because in the beginning, I assume, I never done it myself, but I assume you can sell your starting crucifix and holy water. And if you sell those things, you start off with like 200 gold or money, or dollars, whatever. So that's a lot of money. You can just start the game with a rifle and like 100 bullets. But the only issue is I'd rather play conductor than have the train go faster because then after the first town, you have everything you need if you know what you're doing. But no, and then immune to lightning strikes. That's pretty nice. You never accidentally die to just total crap, you know. But I'd say it's top 7. It just depends. Like, it's top 7, maybe top 5. It's not one of the best in the game, in my opinion. That starting money is basically all I'm after. That's a lot of starting money. But then after the second town, it's like, well, now I have nothing other than I'm immune to lightning strikes. So it falls off after the first town or two, and then why are you playing Priest after that? Ironclad. So this one is super noob friendly because all the armor just makes you super tanky and not die. But it actually is a noob bait because now the slow zombies are faster than you. So you are going to get mauled if you get, you know, any number of zombies on you in like a town or something like that. So it's not the worst class in the game. I put it mid because now you can't melee zombies without them hitting you, so you're going to get just destroyed while trying to clear things if you don't have friends helping you. Once you get a gun, doesn't matter as much because you just gun everybody down and now you have full armor. So, like, this one is the opposite of all the others. The first, like, 2 towns, this is awful, honestly. But then after the second town, you have a full set of armor, even if the general store doesn't have it available for you. So you're guaranteed a full set of armor, and then you have guns. And then once you get to that point, who cares if you're slow? You're just tanky, and you don't have to worry about trying to find a full set of armor, and you're good. So good late, bad first town or 2. So that's kind of take. So again, my favorite ones here were Werewolf is really good, top 3, Cowboy top 3, Conductor top 3. Those are like the best in my opinion. And then Alamo was like, you know, pretty good. And then Survivalist is just simple and easy to use. And Necromancer noob friendly. Doctor's good if you're playing with friends. And Packmaster's super fun. And I think that's pretty much everything. Priest has a ton of starting money. That's pretty good too. And then Ironclad's good and late. So hopefully I helped you out, guys. I just wanted to go through all these classes and talk about each one. And I've played the game. I've beaten this game inside and out. So, like, I know it all. Like, I'm insane at this game at this point. So that's my take on it from basically a pro. And hopefully this will help you guys out. Now you have a better idea of where the classes stand, what the best and worst classes are in Dead Rails.